My name is Dwayne Jackson. I'm the founder and facilitator of Mad Skills Football Camp. A little history about myself is I played some semi-pro ball. I've been studying the game for a long time. I've coached out in Romulus, Michigan for 7 years, and I'm still coaching out on the football field. My semi-pro career, I played middle linebacker. I played for the Michigan Gators. A short season, short seasons for me. Our games were not. It wasn't a long season, which was good. At my age, I was playing ball all the way till I was 44 years old. Which is not easy to do. I found out the hard way. That getting beat up out there on the football field is part of the game. So I had 3 or 4 years experience, with Michigan Gators. I experienced a head injury and basically, was forced to retire. I had a bad head injury, I had a concussion, and once I stopped playing ball, I still wanted to give back. I was already coaching and playing. I was coaching the Little League and playing for the Michigan Gators, but with that head injury, I knew I couldn't play anymore, so my passion became teaching the kids during the off season. And the thing about it is that with me being an entrepreneur, my schedule didn't permit for me to play ball. That's why I didn't start playing ball till a later age, which really time still doesn't permit, but I had to make time for what I love to do. I'm able to have that passion, passing it on to other kids, Also, one of the ways that Mad Skills was founded was I have a son that plays ball, and he's been, I've been training him since he was 2 years old. But at some point, training him once he started playing ball on the football field, it was hard to train my son during the off season outside in the snow. So I was looking for a place to actually train him and said, well, I may as well find a facility and train all kids. Mad Skills is a off-season training camp that pertains to kids from 7 to 17. We do get involved with some college students, and we do get involved with some semi-pro players, but my main goal is to train kids from 7 to 17. Agility training, speed training, conditioning, skill positions. Our thing is repetition means everything. If we can spend this kind of time with a kid during the off season, that's what's going to make this kid better. So that's what we want to offer the kids and the parents. We want to offer a program where the kids can come out and actually get better. When you can see a kid this season and then he comes to Mad Skills and come back and see his development, his growth, his experience grow, that's what Mad Skills is all about. One of the things about the philosophy of Mad Skills is we have fundamentals, we have beginner stages, we have advanced stages. Now, I want to get to the nitty-gritty and tell you how we first started out. When we first started out, my first year at Mad Skills, I found that it wasn't necessarily always fun for the kids, because I was so into making sure the kids got what they needed to take out to the football field. And since then, I've gotten a little away from that because our training was very intense, okay? It got so intense that, when I heard my son talk to kids at school and say, hey, are you coming to Mad Skills football camp today? The answer would be, oh, no, I don't want to come to Mad Skills. But you got some parents that look for that. And we've actually got away from that because I wanted to teach the kids and show the kids how this game could be fun too. So we brought it to a level where we can teach kids how to have fun at playing this game. However, we do have parents and we do have some players that want that intensity. So now we've divided our camp up and we have a high intense program and we have a low intense program. Get this, if you're in our high intensity program, the kid has to be interviewed by me. The parents have to be interviewed by me because not every kid can handle a high intense program like that. The steps for coming into the camp would be, you come in, you register. A lot of our business is word of mouth, which is a good thing. You come in, register, we take the kid from the registration to on the field, we show him what we do. By example from other kids in the camp. Then we take them through those steps. A lot of the kids, especially at young ages, you know, some of the drills that we run, they can't do. That's another thing that's, you know, so rewarding about what I do, is because a kid can come in and not be able to do a drill, and 2 weeks later he's mastered this particular drill. You know, this is what we do with each kid that comes through the camp. We might run them through agility drills. We might run them through footwork drills. We might run them through conditioning drills. And you just watch these kids develop into athletes and football players. Everything starts out with fundamentals. I mean, you can't play football, you can't skip, you know, the in-between. You know, you got the basics that we start out with fundamentals. We also have chalkboard sessions where we actually teach a kid what the position is. I mean, you can sit there and teach a kid footwork, but put him on the football field and he still doesn't know the game. You got to show him how to play it. So chalkboard is one way we teach kids. Filming kids is another way we teach kids. You know, if we can put on camera how a kid trains and then show that kid how to correct what he does wrong, that's what makes a better athlete. That's what Mad Skills is about. The kids that I work with for a long time. Some kids, you know, were on the football field because I trained kids at 8 and 9 years old. I used to coach a freshman league in the Little League. I watched those kids develop and then come to my camp. So I've watched kids for 2 years, 2 or 3 years, and watched them struggle in this game, and then come to Mad Skills after Mad Skills was created, and go back out on the football field and master the game. My reward is to be able to see a kid develop, to be able to see a kid, you know, the smile on a kid's face when he's finally figured out how to play this game. My coaching staff. The thing about my coaching staff is that passion that I have, I want to see that in my coaches. That's what I look for. You know, we have coaches meetings. You know, I sit down and talk chalkboard to my coaches, because number one, if I can't continue to grow as a coach, as a founder of Mad Skills, then how can the kids grow? If I can't grow, my coaches can't grow, how can the kids grow? So development, you know, coaching development. We go to a lot of training camps. I send my coaches to training camps. We have different camps that we go off to, U of M camps. We go off to Coach of the Year award camps. You know, different programs like that, and every coach that comes on my coaching staff gets some kind of training. I don't just have coaches come to me, I actually go out and I do recruit coaches. If I can't see a coach that's willing to better his skills by going to training for himself, you know, that's not the kind of person I'm looking for. I'm looking for somebody that is looking to continue their education in this game and enjoying what you do. And I tell my coaches that, you know, you can't have a passion for something, or you don't have a passion for something if you don't love doing it. You know, this is something I love doing. You know, this is something that I want my coaches to love doing.
I'm Larry, coach for the Michigan Accelerators. I'm out here with Mad Skills football camp, helping these kids getting their skills on the 40-yard dash, getting these kids ready for college and their pro careers.
My name is Alan Hughley, offensive defensive lineman coach for the Romulus Flyers, and been working with Mad Skills for 2 years.
I'm the head varsity football coach at Romulus High School. Just was asked to come out here and take part in the camp by Coach Jackson and see if we couldn't give back a little bit to the community. Very fortunate, was able to get several of my coaches to volunteer their time.
My name is Tony Bussell. I coach football and I personal train. I coach with the Romulus Flyers. I teach defense. I think defense wins championships.
The registration fee is $65 for 8 sessions. I've had parents come to me and say, you know, wow, you know, why is it so cheap? There's other programs that's $300 and $400. You know, but again, I want this to be affordable for any parent, any kid. It's $65, it's 8 sessions. It's ran like a gym membership. So no matter what you do, you're gonna get your 8 sessions. If you miss a session, first of all, you come in 2 days a week. Let's say Tuesday and Thursday, or Monday and Wednesday, or Saturday and Friday, whichever days you come. You come 2 days a week. If you wanna come more, you can do that too. If you wanna come 4 days this week and 4 days next week, that's your 8 sessions. But my recommendation is twice a week, at least twice a week, for 4 weeks. So that's 1 month, that's $65, that's 8 sessions. If you miss a day, you can come and make it up on any other day. You just call and let us know what day you want to come on. Once that membership is done, once those 8 sessions are up, the parent comes in and signs up for another 8 sessions, another $65, and we keep going and keep going. And we go from November, which is when the season ends, all the way till August, the middle of August, when the season starts. Your kid is getting, his skill level is becoming better, his conditioning is better, everything about this kid, his footwork, his experience, his leadership skills by working with other players. And then from there, it's just, like I told you, I have a son that plays the game. And my thing is that he plays the game because he wants to play the game. Me as a parent, me as a dad, my only question to him was, are you sure you want to play this game? Especially once he learned the game and he saw the how the game worked, and he saw, what was involved in it. There's good, there's ups, there's downs, But once he realized that, my question to him again was, are you sure you want to play this game? His answer to me was yes. So then I step in as a dad, and I don't force my child to play. But what I told my son was, I'm going to help you get to where you're trying to go. My job is to be a parent and to guide you. So my thing with my son that we go through is, and I tell him, there's going to be times that you want to quit. But if you take this sport seriously and you say you want to play this game, my job is not to let you quit. My philosophy is that you have to love doing this to be able to succeed at it. So for any kid, hang in there, it's going to get tough. You might not have somebody behind you that can push you through. I didn't have someone to push me through. My son had someone to push him through. The kids in my camp and in my program have someone like me or my coaches to push them through. There's going to be times that you want to quit. There's going to be times that it gets hard. Those are the times where you really have to push through. And that's my philosophy to any kid. Just hang in there. It'll be worth it in the long run. I'll go to my grave, training at SKILLZ football camp. Of course, we do get busy sometimes. I do have administrative things that have to be done. I do have PR stuff that has to be done. And for me to open up multiple locations, yes, I'm going to have to be, on the road, a lot of footwork. I hate to see where I can't be at a facility, but I'm quite sure if I'm not training at this facility, I'm showing my face at another facility. Those are the things that I'd like to see, where I like to see the camp go. Even kids that's playing ball now, I have members that might be between the age of 7 and 17, and who knows, they might even come back and train at SKILLZ football camp. So, as far as the growth of the philosophy or the growth of the camp, I see it growing greatly with just the people that's, within the program now. In the future, I see SKILLZ blowing up to a level where we'll have multiple locations. We're looking for a couple extra locations now. In fact, we operate out of Romulus. We've outgrown one camp, so we moved to a sportsplex where we have much more space inside and out. We're looking for more facilities. We're looking for facilities even out of state. So I'm looking to master what I do here in Michigan and then expand to other areas. If SKILLZ was around 20 years ago, or even longer than that, I don't want to tell my age, but I get a lot of parents that come in and say the same thing. That's one of my main conversations that I have with a lot of the dads is, wow, what if we had this around when we were kids? This is something that I don't know if it existed, but I didn't know of it, the peers that I was around didn't know of it. The players that I played with never knew of it. Parents nowadays that's my age say the same thing. Man, could you imagine if we had this when we were kids? I think that every kid in this game should experience that. Why wouldn't you want your kid to come to a camp that's going to not only have the passion behind it, but also have different programs that we work with, different philosophies, different coaches, different teaching skills. Also, like I said about my coaches, I'm looking to educate my coaches. So if I can continue to educate my coaches, then we can continue to educate the kids.
My name is Bill Campbell. My son's name is Trayvon Campbell, and he's been with Coach Jackson for about 3 years. And he has learned a lot in his camp. you know, kids don't play too much outside, so now he goes to the camp and he knows more than what I did when I was growing up, because we didn't have nothing like this. So I feel Coach Jackson's camp does good for the young kids these days.
Okay, my name is Terrence Mathis. My son is Dwayne Mathis and Jeffrey Johnson. I've been in Coach Jackson's football camps, had my kids here for approximately 3 years. I would highly recommend his camps to any parent that's looking to get some type of instruction regarding football. It's a very detailed, productive camp, and it's very important to youth of today to have leadership skills and to build some camaraderie amongst each other.
You know, I actually saw my kid on the sideline at the high school and got a chance to see my kid in a 2-a-day training sessions. And I'm talking about in 90+ degree weather, you know, and kids throwing up on the sideline, passing out on the sideline. And my son can't get enough, you know. And my question to him, when he came to the sideline and kids are cramped up and laying on the ground and spilling their guts on the sideline, my question to my kid was, how does it feel to be prepared? He looked at me with a smile on his face and said, it feels great.
I'm a defensive guy. Okay? That's my thing. Okay? All the other stuff, I don't care about all that. Okay? Who talking about walking by the ball?
Oh, they got the ball.
It's on the core. That core is what it is in running. All core, and you're out. Your legs are strong, but your legs are stronger with your arms. You're running like this, you don't have the power. Yes, the legs are going, but you're not.
Change the direction. Okay? All four good technique. When you come around this corner, you get that. Perfect. Running back, full back. Always keeping the ball to the outside. Alright? Why would we want the ball to the outside? Because if you get hit and it gets coughed up, you got a better.
Go, come on. Good, turn, come on. Good job, come on. Good job, baby.